The 2026-2027 season kicks off with the Kings taking on the Wizards, and this one had the eyes of a lot of basketball fans on it. The NBA debut of Darryn Peterson. The Kings, they traded up. They moved up to go and nab him. Traded a couple first-round picks here. This is a completely almost new look team here for this Kings. Made a lot of moves at the end of last season. Made a lot of moves in the offseason to put this team together. And early on, it did not look very good. James Harden, 3-ball right in the face of a defender right there. Gives him a 13-0 lead. Harden comes back again. Another 3-ball. That one's no good. Isaiah Stewart, he comes up with it. He was acquired via trade. And here's Darryn Peterson. First NBA basket is going to be a layup right there. Quinton's with the foul. And Peterson would go to the line and he would sink his first free throw of his NBA career. Now Peterson with the ball again. Drives by Harden. Goes up here. Gets that layup to fall in. Makes it a 5-13 game. We come back here a little bit later in this first quarter. Peterson trying to dance on him a little bit here. Going to find Michael Porter Jr. 3-ball is good. Porter Jr., it's a player that the Kings hope to re-sign on a longer-term deal. Now here's Jaden Ivey looking to revive his career a little bit here in Sacramento. Drives right in, able to get the shot to fall. Makes it an 8-point game right there. He would come up for the free throws, and this is kind of where that jump shot, it just has never looked the same since his Purdue days. So that's something he's gonna have to work on. But here's Ben Simmons here, looking to revive his career. Lots of revival here in Sacramento. Ben Simmons drives right in. The talent was never deniable with Ben Simmons. Just questions, does he want it? Does he want to put in the work to be an NBA player? To be a great NBA player? He has the talent, has the ability. Does he have the will? Does he have the drive? Early on here, makes that first free throw, comes back, misses that one, rims out a little bit there, but hey, maybe that's a good start for him. Now here's George, back to Carrington, back to George. Gonna drive in, and that's gonna be a steal right there. And Simmons in transition. He is tough to stop when he gets going like this. Gets the layup to fall. 13-8. And the Kings fighting their way back into this one here. Here's George, gonna find that one. That's gonna be blocked right there. Now Keegan Murray with the ball. Gonna push it up the court, gonna find Simmons. Simmons gonna lose it. Ivy gets it. Ivy kicks it back to Simmons. Simmons kicks it here to Porter Jr. Wide open 3. Hits that one. Makes it a 2-point game. Then we come back. Second quarter, 1-point game. Here's Whitmore. Gonna find Vucevic. I think that's how you pronounce that. Now Malik Monk with the ball. Back to Ben Simmons here. He got a lot of run here in this game. Once he got in the game, he was extremely aggressive, getting to the rim, making shots like that. Super important minutes off the bench for him. Now here's Whitmore for 3. Nails that one, and this is something this Kings team will have to work on. They're going to have to get that defense kind of going here. But Ben Simmons here going to find Murray for 3. That one's good. 1-point game again. So hot start for the Wizards. And then the Kings able to get back in this one. But here's Trey Johnson for 3. Going to have to fight over those screens and get to the defender. Close out on that shot. I got to make it somewhat difficult. Here's Lenenberg for 3. He hits that one. His first buckets, his first 3-pointer of his career. Here's Darryn Peterson with the ball here. Took a lot of flack at Kansas, whether or not they felt he maybe didn't play through things he could have, but here's Peterson for 3. And that's why the Kings wanted to have him, had to have him. The shot-making ability is just too much for them. For really, I think for them to want to pass up on. Maybe other teams had questions of that character, but not the Kings. And there's Peterson for 3 again, and that's going to give him the lead here, 36-33. Now 38-35. Jaden Ivey going to drive in, gets the layup to fall. A little bit of an awkward shot, but either way, still a good look for Ivey. Now come back again. Johnson for 3. Porter not fast enough on that closeout. Trey Johnson nailing that 3. 2 for 3 so far in this one. Now here's Peterson going to drive in, finds his way to the rim. Gets a layup to fall, 42-38. The ability in the half court right there is also what kind of makes Peterson made him such a prospect that the Kings just felt they had to have. And you see him here driving again, slamming that one down. The athleticism, the shot making ability, the defense. 17 points so far here. Started off a little slow, but then eventually got it going. Third quarter, Michael Porter Jr. there with a nice shot right there, 48-40. Now, Kings in control a little bit here. Peterson going to take that shot. Shot clock timer goes off. Isaiah Stewart with the rebound and the putback right there. Kings wanted to get better rebounding. Kind of why they went out and got a guy like Isaiah Stewart. Now here comes Peterson, gonna find Ade Mara. Mara can't cash in from 3 right there. Now here's Trey Johnson, gonna drive, layup. That one's good. That was almost blocked by Mara. Just could not get a hand on it. So now the Wizards trying to fight back a little bit here. Here's Ivy driving, goes up. That one gets blocked. Trey Johnson with the rebound right there on that one. Johnson pushing the ball up the court, going to find James Harden, corner 3. That one is good, almost rimmed out. He gets the shooter's bounce right there. 52-51 Kings, but the Wizards, they're coming on strong here. Harden now going to find George. George going to find Carrington. Carrington here with the ball. Just going to pull from 3. And when you're hot, you're hot. And it's just kind of one of those nights for the Wizards. They were hitting some good shots here. 6 for 16 from 3. And they were hitting at a good clip. Now here's Mara again for a 3. Mara cashes in. That's his first NBA bucket right there. So a lot of firsts here on this Kings team. Now here's Vukovic. I think that's how you pronounce that again. And then here's a slam right there from Whitmore. Slamming that one down. And the Wizards fans are loving it. They haven't had a team this exciting to watch in a little bit. And here's Ivy. Gonna get blocked right there. A lot of contact on that one. Some people thought that was a foul, but here's Trey Johnson, corner 3. He doesn't cash in that time, does get the rebound, pulls it again, hits the 3. Trey Johnson in this one. Someone that's going to have to be contended with for sure. Johnson going to pull from 3 again. Can't cash in right there. 4th quarter. Wizards with a 2-point lead. Ben Simmons going to take it right to the rim, slams it down. 59-59. This thing's tied up. Ben Simmons in transition is still as lethal as ever. Those long strides, it gets him to the rim relatively quickly. Here's Porter, up to Simmons. Simmons now in transition. This is where you really want to get him in the open court. Look at that. Great move to the rim right there by Simmons. It's the jump shot that's always held him back. But Simmons here, Carrington, nice find right there to Whitmore, who finds Trey Johnson again, and he nails it. The Wizards are high on his potential, especially when you pair him with a vet like James Harden. So 67-61 here. The Wizards back in control. The Kings are going to have to get something going, and it's going to be a Malik Monk 3 right there off the screen. Trying to get back in this ball game. Don't want to let him get too far ahead. Inbound play here. Trey Johnson going to find Alex Sarr for the slam. 5-point game. Sarr flying through the air, slamming that one down. Now here's Michael Porter Jr. He's just going to pull from 3 behind that screen, and he hits that one. 67-69. Now Jaden Ivey back in the game. Going to drive here. Going to find Peterson. Corner 3. Hand in the face. Doesn't matter. Peterson lives for those moments. 70-69. Now here's George with the ball in the corner. Porter in front of him. Going to find Quintins. Quintins going to find Koulibaly. Koulibaly for 3. 72-70. Worked on that shot over the offseason. Got a lot better at it. 72-70 now. Here's Reynaud. Going to find Aldama. Aldama going to find Peterson. Peterson going to find Porter Jr. Shot clock winding down at this point. Porter Jr. just going to pull it. Hits it. 1-point game again here, Kings. Back in front over the Wizards. Harden now going to drive, gets a free look at the hoop, slams it down to 74-73. Back and forth here in this 4th quarter. Now Peterson going to take a screen here, going to drive, and he just takes it to the rim himself, double clutches it. 75-74, another 1-point game here. So now Harden with the ball. You know the ball was going to be in his hands to try to close this one out. He misses that shot right there. So now Peterson with a good opportunity to really try to put their foot on the necks of this Wizards team, and he does it right there through the contact. Shocked there wasn't a call right there. 3-point game. Harden drives, finds Quintins. Quintins finds George. George thinks about it, gives it to Harden. Harden gonna try to back down Ivy. Working on Ivy here, just find some space. That's the slowest shot I've ever seen. For James Harden, it doesn't matter. He can still make those shots in those big moments. Here's Peterson to Ivy. Ivy back to Peterson. Peterson going to call for the screen. Gets a screen. Peterson settles for the mid-range jumper. Can't get it. Aldama gets the shot up. 79-76. 3-point game. Aldama gets the rebound and the putback right there. Inbound play right here. Quinton's going to go to Harden. Harden driving, drives through the contact right there and just pull-up jumper. 1 point game. Got to get a stop here, Peterson. Gonna get the ball and try to bring it up the court. Gonna try to play this one pretty aggressive here. Drives, finds Porter Jr. That gets shut off. Lenenberg in the game. Gonna find Peterson. Peterson with the ball. You wonder when do you want to go here? Because either way, there's gonna be no shot clock for the Wizards here. Peterson gets a nice screen, loses the ball, tries getting it back, just put something up a prayer right there. Did not play that well. 3 seconds left. And you know who this ball's going to. It's going to James Harden. And they have an opportunity. Any shot wins this game for the Wizards. Harden gets the ball, shoots it, can't cash in, does not get the shooter's bounce that time. And the Wizards are going to drop this one to the Kings, 79-78. The Kings come in here and get a really nice victory to open up this season. And Wizards fans extremely disappointed here, 79-78. Darryn Peterson in his NBA debut, 26 points, 3 assists, 2 rebounds. Then Michael Porter Jr. Very good game from him, 18 points, 7 rebounds on the night. Then Ben Simmons, 12 points, 3 assists, 1 rebound. He played really well. Might want to try to get him some more minutes. And then James Harden, 26 and 3. Trey Johnson, 16, 3 and 2. And then Keontae George, 9, 4 and 4. A really good game from him. This was a nice back and forth game here to open up the season for the Kings. They start their season 1-0. And so that was a really fun game. Sorry I haven't been uploading. I've been so focused on the Madden channel. It's a little tough for me to focus on this channel as well. But now that the NFL season's done, I think it makes sense now to come over here and focus on 2K for the next couple months, I think. So we have a great start to the season through this sim. We lose to the Thunder. We lose to the Lakers. Beat the Suns here. We beat the Heat. Getting some trade offers. We beat the Wizards again. We beat the Mavericks. Now we're going to take on the Suns. And the Suns, they're not doing too hot right now. It is the NBA Cup. I think this might be a game that finally determines kind of whatever the NBA Cup tournament thing is. I'm not all that up on the NBA Cup. I kind of don't really pay attention to it. I think it's kind of one of those weird Adam Silver gimmicks. But we are here, NBA Cup. Why not go out and try to win the NBA Cup? We're 15-2. This is probably the best start the Kings have had in many, many years. And we're going to take on the 6-13 Phoenix Suns. So if you've been enjoying these videos, I see the views. Like, there's interest in 2K MyNBA content. It's just that, you know, sometimes it's tough to focus on that for me. I think I'll get into it in a separate video, but thanks for watching this. And yeah, I'll try to get back up on this series for you guys, because you guys clearly want some MyNBA stuff. The audience is there. The want is there, so I'll try to help you guys out with that. So thanks for watching. Hit subscribe. Later.